Hey, I'm Tyler Thomas with East Realty, and I make videos on what it's like to live in Willamette Valley. I've lived in this area my entire life, and it really is a great area. Today I'm here in the Witham Hill area of Corvallis. It's located in the more northwest section of the central part of Corvallis. It's an area definitely known for its beauty, its wildlife, its friendliness, and its welcoming atmosphere. I'm going to be doing a driving tour, so we're going to go ahead and do a drive through the neighborhood. And I'm going to say what street we're on and a few different things, so you'll know exactly where we are. So if you're kind of interested in a certain part, you can go ahead and get a hold of me, and I can give you some info on it. Many of these homes are tucked away within large trees, so it's often pretty shady and comfortable. In certain parts, it kind of gives it that more rural feel where you're kind of out in the country, even though you're still here in town. And definitely something there is a lot of here is nature. This area is especially known for its turkeys and also its deer. You'll be driving along the street and suddenly you'll have just a bunch of turkeys or some deer run right through. Especially on Circle, one of the main roads here to get through town, you'll be driving and suddenly you'll see just a whole bunch of turkeys walking right across the street. So things like these turkey, these deer, also squirrels is definitely to be expected. On the south side, you definitely have walking trails as well as big open fields. A little further south, on the top of the hill, you're going to have the Witham Hill nature area. So you're going to have more trails within there. It's a pretty comfortable spot for a hot day's walk. And you're also not all that far away from MLK Park in the northwest part of town. It's a great park. It had a lot of upgrades, and I think it's still going to have a few big upgrades for the future. Now, the homes do look to be built primarily through the 1960s to the 1980s. There's one part of a little bit newer homes called Walnut Park on the west side. Those are also going to have late 80s to some 90s. Now, Witham Hill is one of the more expensive sections of town. The home sizes range from low 1,000 square foot range up into the 4,000s. So there's going to be a wide variety. Now, your most common is going to be sort of in that 2,000 to 3,000 square foot range. You're also going to have a variety of single and two-story homes. Witham Hill is most definitely what I would consider kind of a well-maintained area. People take a lot of pride in their property and their homes. And that's definitely something you're going to see on the tour. And speaking of the wildlife we just talked about, there you go. For certain shopping things, you might feel a little bit tucked away. Not too far away, you have the First Alternative Co-op and Sam's Station. A little further to the east, you're going to have the Timberhill Shopping Center, so things like Winco and other options. Timberhill Shopping Center is about a 4-minute drive. If school is still important to you, this area feeds into Bessie Coleman and Catherine Jones Harrison Elementary, as well as Linus Pauling and Shuttle Middle School. And then your high schools are going to be Crescent Valley and Corvallis High. For some odd reason, the school district has their line kind of going through the neighborhood. So depending on where you're living, will kind of dictate which school they go to. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Witham Hill Neighborhood. Here on the left, you can see Catherine Jones Harrison Elementary School, and this is one of the elementary schools I talked about being available in the area. Here we're going along Circle Boulevard, and it's a main road in this part of town to get around. Here we're going right into Northwest Firwood Drive, and we're heading to the neighborhood. Now we're going left onto Northwest Norwood Drive. We're going right onto Northwest Linwood Circle. Now we're going to turn right back onto Norwood Drive. Now going right onto Northwest Lantana Drive. Now we're going right onto Northwest Estiview Drive. Here you can already see that we have some turkeys and there's more to come. And now here on the left side of your screen, you'll go ahead and see some deer. Now we're going right onto Elmwood Drive. We're turning right onto Furwood Drive. Now we're going left onto Northwest Evergreen Street. We're going right onto Northwest McKinley Drive. Now going left onto Northwest Ashwood Drive, and this and 29th Street, just on the other side of these houses to the right, is pretty much considered the farthest east boundary of the neighborhood. Now we're going left onto Northwest Roosevelt Drive, and we're in the most northeast part of the Witham Hill neighborhood. Here once again we have turkeys, and this is a pretty big group, and so sometimes you got to really hope they move all together, or just like this, it can take a while to have them all move out. And these ones must have something against me because they took a while. Now we're going right onto Northwest Elma Drive. Now we're going right onto Northwest STV Circle. Now we're going right onto Northwest Woodland Drive. And right up here, we'll be taking a right onto Witham Hill Drive. Across the street are a lot of the apartments in the area. Oakvale and Witham Hill Oaks are two of them. We're now going to be traveling to the westernmost part of Witham Hill. Here we're turning right onto Northwest Douglas Avenue. Now we're going left onto Northwest Lance Way. Now we're going right onto Northwest Sunview Drive. And here we're turning left onto Northwest Elmwood Drive. Here we're turning right, and we'll go across the Witham Hill Drive ahead of us to the Walnut Park area that I talked about earlier. Now, some count it as part of Witham area, and some don't, but today I am. Now we're going right onto Northwest Mesa Drive. Now, as you can see, this area has a different style than what we've looked at previously. Now we're going right onto Northwest Kinderman Drive. We're going left onto Northwest AC Way. Now we're going left back onto Northwest Macer Drive. And to the right here would get you right next to MLK Park. Now we're going right onto Northwest Kinderman Drive. And here we're going left onto Northwest Elmwood Drive. We're going to turn left back onto Northwest Witham Hill Drive, and we have one more area that we're going to look at. Right here, we're going to turn right onto Northwest Canary Place. This place here is also a little bit newer, has things like duplexes as well as just your normal single-family homes. And right up here, you'll see our final group of turkeys. Up ahead is Northwest Walnut Boulevard, and it is a main road in North Corvallis. So if you're up here, you'll be most likely using this quite often. And now we're going to be heading out of the neighborhood. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tour of the Witham Hill neighborhood here in Corvallis. If you have any questions about this neighborhood or what else there might be in the Corvallis area, go ahead and reach out. My information is in the description below. Again, I'm Tyler Thomas, Easy Realty. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest from Salem to Eugene and everything in between, I'd be glad to be your local resource for your real estate needs.